All right, we're down to the wire. About 70 days left for IPMAT, and trust me, that time is just going to vanish. So you know what? We're not going to talk about motivation today. Forget motivation. We're going to build something way more powerful, a system. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let me ask you a question, and be honest. Does this sound like you? You're studying like crazy, right? You're putting in the hours, but at the end of the day, it feels like you're just spinning your wheels. You're busy from morning till night, but when you look back, you're like, what did I actually get better at today? And oh, the emotional roller coaster, right? One mock, you're on top of the world. The next one, total disaster. One day you're thinking, I've got this, I'm here, I come. And the very next day, you're staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m. wondering, maybe I just don't have what it takes. Look, if this is hitting home, take a deep breath. You're not alone. Pretty much every single person preparing for this exam feels this exact same way.
So here's the big takeaway I want you to get. The problem isn't your effort. It's not you. It's your system. Or, well, the lack of one. And that's exactly what we're going to fix right now. We're going to build a rock-solid system to get you through these last 70 days.
But hang on, before we jump into the nitty-gritty tactics, we need a major mindset shift. See, IPMAT isn't really a test of how well you know the syllabus. Not really. It's a test of how you handle pressure. And that pressure comes from everywhere, doesn't it? Bad mock scores, parents asking how's it going, your friends getting ahead, even just scrolling through Instagram and seeing campus reels, it's enough to make your head spin. That's the real test.
And that leads us perfectly into the very first pillar of our system, fortifying your mind. Look, before you can train your brain on math and verbal, you've got to train your mindset.
Okay, what you see here, this stuff is non-negotiable. I'm serious. Every single day, you need to bake these into your schedule. A quick walk, a good stretch, putting on your favorite pump-up music, or even just scheduling 5 minutes of absolute silence. Why? It's simple. A calm, clear mind makes smart decisions, a stressed-out mind makes emotional ones, and on exam day, smart decisions are everything.
So for the next 70 days, this is your new mantra. Write it down. A bad mock score comes in? Don't freak out. Go straight into analysis mode. A friend's score is higher? Good for them. You focus on your path. Parents stressing you out? Deep breath. Let it go. Your only job is to make logical decisions, not emotional ones, period.
All right, pillar 2. Now that we've got our mindset straight, it's time to build the engine, the actual academic horsepower that's going to drive your preparation forward.
And the fuel for that engine? It's one thing. One single, absolutely non-negotiable habit. You have to read every single day. I don't care if it's newspaper editorials or RC passages from a book, just read. You know where the fear of reading comprehension comes from? It's just unfamiliarity. If reading isn't a daily habit, an RC passage in an exam feels like this giant, scary monster. But if you read every day, it's just another piece of text. The fear just melts away.
Okay, on to pillar 3, structure. We've got the mind right, we've got the core habit. Now, how do we actually structure our day-to-day effort to get the biggest bang for our buck? Here is one of the biggest mistakes I see people make. They'll say, okay, this week is math week. Don't do that. Think about it. The IPMAT exam isn't going to give you a block of math, then a block of verbal. It's all mixed up. So you have to train your brain to switch gears quickly. That means you touch all 3 subjects, maths, verbal, and LR, every single day, even if it's just for a little bit.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. There's random practice, and then there's target-based practice. Saying I'll do math today is just vague. It's a recipe for feeling overwhelmed and not knowing if you made progress. But saying, today I will solve 30 algebra questions, 25 LR questions, and 2 RC passages, that's a target. It's clear, you hit it, and you know without a doubt that you made 101% progress today. That feeling of accomplishment is huge.
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, mock tests. This is where so many students go wrong. They treat it like a school exam, where the goal is to solve everything. No. IPMAT mocks are not a game of solving. They're a game of selection.
And if you don't believe me, just look at these numbers from last year. This is wild. About 16,000 students scored, well, more than 0. They got a positive score. But out of those 16,000, guess how many actually cleared the cutoff? Just 890. What does that scream at you? It proves it's not about knowing how to solve the problems. Thousands of people can do that. It's about having a killer strategy to pick the right problems to solve when the clock is ticking.
So here's your battle plan for every single mock you take from now on. 4 simple steps. Step 1, scan. Don't just dive in.
Take a minute to scan the whole section and spot the low-hanging fruit. Step 2, solve those easy wins first. This builds your score and, just as importantly, your confidence. Step 3, now go back and tackle the medium difficulty questions you marked earlier. And step 4, maybe the most crucial of all, let go of your ego. If a question has you stumped after a minute, move on. It's a trap designed to waste your time. This is about maximizing your score, not proving you can solve every hard question.
You've got to burn this into your brain. Spending 3 minutes wrestling with one super tough question isn't just 3 minutes lost. It's an opportunity cost. You're actively killing your chance to solve maybe 2 other easier questions in that same amount of time. It's purely an ego trap. Do not fall for it. All right, we're in the home stretch. Let's finish up with some rapid-fire, super practical tips for these last 70 days. Ready?
First up, whatever your strongest section is, math, verbal, whatever, I want you to go for a 6er in that section. Just try to knock it out of the park. Why? Simple. Yes, IMinDoor has sectional cutoffs. But a lot of other awesome schools, think Shillong, Ranchi, they care a lot about your overall total score. A monster score in your best section can literally pull your entire score up.
Here's a little pro tip for you. That QA short answer section, the one with no multiple choice, use it as your personal gym. Practice those questions without any options to fall back on. It forces your brain to actually solve the problem from scratch, which makes you so much stronger when you go back to the multiple choice questions.
This one's important. Stop changing your strategy every week. I see it all the time. One bad mock, and suddenly people are throwing their entire plan out the window. Don't do it. Find a solid system. Hey, like the one we just talked about, and stick to it. Consistency is key. Trust the process.
Oh man, this is a big one. Please stop being a PDF collector. Your downloads folder is not a measure of how prepared you are. It just creates this fake feeling of being productive while actually just causing information overload. Pick 1, maybe 2, really good resources and know them inside and out.
And last but definitely not least, get your blinders on. Stop looking at what everyone else is scoring. They're running their race, you're running yours. The only person you're competing against is the person you were yesterday. Is today's you better than yesterday's you? That's the only scoreboard that matters.
So let's bring it all home with this one. Core idea. For the next 70 days, you are not chasing a rank. Forget the rank. You are building consistency. You're a builder. And that consistency, that daily process, that is what will ultimately deliver the rank you're working for. So I'll leave you with this final question. For these last 70 days, what's it going to be? Are you going to be a system builder, focusing on habits and consistency, or are you going to be a score chaser, riding that emotional roller coaster? The choice, really, is all yours.